Welcome back to the Secret Wine Society podcast. I'm Robert.
And I'm Dawn. It's so good to be here. Robert, I was thinking about a specific kind of panic. It's a Friday night, you've had a long week, and suddenly you get a text. Hey, we're in the neighborhood. Can we pop by in 20 minutes?
Of a spontaneous drop-in, a classic. Let me guess, the panic sets in when you look at your wine rack. Or lack thereof.
Exactly. You have that half bottle of questionable white from 2 weeks ago, and maybe a really heavy Cabernet you were saving for a steak dinner that just doesn't feel right. You have nothing to offer your friends.
It's a surprisingly common scenario, and it's exactly what we're going to solve today. We're talking about how to build a simple, versatile, 6-bottle home wine collection.
6 bottles. That sounds so manageable. Not a cellar, not a huge investment, just 6 bottles that have your back.
It's the magic number, we think. It gives you flexibility and variety without being overwhelming. You're prepared for almost any occasion, from a weeknight pizza to a celebratory toast.
Right, and it also keeps costs in check. You're not buying dozens of bottles that might just sit there. You're curating a small, useful collection that you'll actually drink and enjoy. It encourages you to explore without breaking the bank.
Precisely. So let's break down the framework. What are these 6 essential bottles? The first 2 are what we call your everyday bottle.
The workhorses of the collection.
Exactly. One white and one red. For the white, you want something crisp, unoaked, and versatile. A real crowd pleaser. Think of a good quality Italian Pinot Grigio, a French Sauvignon Blanc, or an Albarino from Spain.
This is the bottle you can open when a friend stops by or to have with a simple chicken dinner. It's refreshing and doesn't require a lot of thought. It's just delicious.
And for the everyday red, you want the same vibe. Smooth, fruity, and not too heavy. A wine with low tannins, so it's easy to drink on its own. A nice Merlot, a Spanish Pardinacha, or even a Beaujolais from France are fantastic choices.
That's your pizza and pasta red, or your I want a glass of red while I watch a movie wine. Approachable and friendly, so that's 2 bottles down. The everyday duo.
Now for bottles 3 and 4. These are your food pairing bottles. They're a little more specific and are meant to elevate a meal. And don't feel like you need to spend a lot on these. There are so many fantastic wines in the $18 to $30 range that are perfect for this slot. The key is value and reliability, not a high price tag. We're looking for something that consistently delivers enjoyment. In fact, some of the most memorable wines are the ones that over-deliver for their price.
Okay, I'll take this one. For the white, you want something with high acidity. Now, acid can sound like a scary word, but in wine, it just means it's bright and zesty and makes your mouth water. This kind of wine is incredible with food.
It acts like a squeeze of lemon on a piece of fish. It just cuts through richness and cleanses your palate.
Perfect analogy. So think about a dry Riesling from Germany, a Sancerre or a Gruner Veltliner from Austria. These are phenomenal with seafood, salads with vinaigrette, goat cheese, or anything fried.
Okay, so for the food-focused red, we go in the opposite direction. We want something with more structure, more body, and tannin. This is the wine that can stand up to richer, heartier meals.
Your steak wine.
The steak wine, absolutely. Or for a rich bolognese, a mushroom dish, or a barbecue. A classic Cabernet Sauvignon from California, a Bordeaux blend from France, or a Chianti Classico from Italy would be perfect here. It has the power to match the intensity of the food.
So to recap, we have 2 everyday wines and 2 food-specific wines. That's 4 bottles down, 2 to go.
Bottle number 5 is essential. It is the celebration bottle. You always need to have a bottle of sparkling wine on hand.
I could not agree more. And it doesn't have to be a $100 bottle of champagne either. There are so many fantastic sparkling wines out there.
Prosecco from Italy is fun, fruity, and affordable. Cava from Spain is made in the same method as champagne and offers incredible value. Or look for a Cremant from France. They're all brilliant options.
Bubbles just make any moment feel special. A promotion, an anniversary, a friend's good news, or just the fact that it's Friday. Having that bottle chilled and ready means you're prepared to celebrate anything at a moment's notice.
Okay, that brings us to our 6th and final bottle. This one is my favorite category. This is the wild card.
Ooh, the fun one. This is your bottle for adventure. It's for trying something new, expanding your palate, and having a great story to tell. This is the bottle that makes your collection uniquely yours.
Right, the other five have a job to do. This one's job is to just be interesting. So maybe you grab an orange wine, which is a white wine made like a red wine, with fascinating textures and flavors.
Or a pet nat, which is a rustic, lightly sparkling wine. You could explore the world of natural wines or even branch out completely and get a high-quality craft sake, which pairs beautifully with all kinds of food.
The point of a wild card is to be playful. This is how you discover your next favorite grape or region. Don't be afraid to ask your local wine shop, the Secret Wine Society, for a recommendation. Just say, I want something weird and wonderful.
And that's it. That's the 6-bottle collection. 2 every day, 2 for food, 1 for celebration, and 1 wild card. It covers all your bases.
Now, once you have these bottles, where do you put them? You don't need a fancy temperature-controlled cellar. The rules are simple. Keep them somewhere cool, dark, and if they have a real cork, on their side.
Right. Heat is the #1 enemy of wine, so don't store them on top of the fridge or next to the oven. And sunlight can damage wine too, so keep them out of direct light. A pantry, a coat closet, or a cabinet on a lower level of your house is perfect.
And laying them on their side keeps the cork moist, which prevents it from drying out and letting too much air in. If it has a screw cap, you don't need to worry about that part.
Okay, so last piece of advice. How do you maintain this perfect little collection? I love the 1 in, 1 out rule.
It's the best strategy. When you drink one of your 6 bottles, your mission is to replace it. This is what keeps your collection fresh and dynamic.
And you have a choice. If you absolutely loved that everyday Merlot, buy the same one again. There's comfort in a reliable favorite. But this is also your chance to explore.
Right, so you drank your structured Cabernet. Next time, maybe you replace it with a Syrah from the Rhone Valley or a Malbec from Argentina. You're still filling the same slot in your collection, but you're constantly learning and trying new things.
It turns a chore, buying wine, into a really fun educational hobby. Your 6-bottle collection becomes this living, evolving thing.
Well said. So, there you have it. A simple framework to ensure you're never caught in that wine panic again.
That framework is so helpful. But before we wrap up, maybe we should talk about a few common mistakes people make when they're just starting to get into wine, the things to avoid.
An excellent point. The first one I see all the time is buying way too much too soon. You get excited, you go to a big wine store, and suddenly you have 3 cases of wine you know nothing about. It's overwhelming, and your taste will change over time. Start small, like with our 6-bottle plan.
And of course, if this sounds like a great idea, but you're feeling a little overwhelmed by the choices, that's what we're here for.
That's right. We invite you to come visit us at the Secret Wine Society, right here in beautiful Oakland, Oregon. We would absolutely love to walk you through the shelves and help you build your own custom 6-pack. We can tailor it to your tastes and your budget.
It's one of our favorite things to do. And if you enjoyed today's episode, please consider subscribing to the podcast on whatever platform you're using. Also, check out our YouTube channel for video content, virtual tastings, and more.
Thanks so much for listening. Until next time, I'm Robert.
And I'm Dawn. Cheers.